Hi, welcome back to the Wheel of Life online retreat.
大家好，欢迎回到生命之轮线上进修营。
Now we've reached session 11.
现在我们已经到了第11堂课。
And this session is called How It All Begins.
这一堂课的名字叫这一切是如何开始的。
The outline that we talked about at the beginning of this retreat,
在这一次线上进修营开始，我们提到的那个纲要，
we reviewed some of the past retreats we've been doing lately.
我们复习了就是我们近期所进行的一些进修营。
We covered, how do negative emotions come up in our mind?
我们有讲到说这个负面的烦恼是如何进到意识里的，在意识里升起的。
Then we covered how did those cause us to collect karma?
然后我们也谈到说这些烦恼如何导致我们造业。
Then we saw how those karmas take us through a whole life, even to death and to the bardo and to the next birth.
然后我们有讲到说这些业力如何带领我们经历这一生，带我们去往死亡，去往中有生，然后再去到下一世。
And then Pabongka Rinpoche, the teacher of this whole book,
然后这一整本书的作者 Pabongka Rinpoche，
he said, let's go look at another way this is presented, for example, by the first Panchen Lama.
然后他就说让我们再换一个方式来看看这所有的这些运作的原理，而且我们是基于第一世班禅喇嘛的经典
And Jetsun Kapa.
以及宗喀巴大师的经典。
And they like to use the Wheel of Life teaching.
他们呢很喜欢运用生命之轮的教授。
So we're going to start out with the Wheel of Life teaching. We're going to go through the Wheel of Life teaching now.
所以我们现在要开始跟大家讲整一个生命之轮的教授了。
And I chose as the image, it's a blind woman. It's an elderly woman who cannot see well.
那我选的这张图片呢，是一位盲人的比较年迈的女士。
And for me personally, this represents my stepmom.
对我个人来讲呢，这张图代表的是我的继母，
Ever since I lost my real mother,
就是我的生母。自从我失去我的生母之后，
my stepmom, Edie,
我的继母她名字叫伊迪，
she married my father.
然后她跟我的父亲结婚了，
And she's had a long, beautiful life. She's a very fine person.
然后她活了非常长寿、非常美好的一生，她是一个非常棒的人。
And now she's losing her eyesight.
那现在呢，她已经开始逐渐丢失她的视力了。
And they did many operations.
他们做了很多的手术，
And they say now they cannot fix it.
现在已经无法去修补了、
And
修复了，
she's slowly becoming blind.
所以她已经慢慢的要变成盲人了。
I spoke to her 2 days ago.
那2天之前我跟她通了电话，
And she keeps falling down. She keeps tripping on things.
然后呢，就是她总是持续不断的摔倒或者绊脚，
She has trouble seeing steps, for
因
example.
为她已经看不清楚楼梯了。
Then I have another close friend. I'm going to show you his picture now. His name is Theo.
我有另外一个就是我很亲近的朋友，现在也要给大家看看他的照片，他的名字叫做 Theo，
He's kind of our son, Veronica and me. That's our son.
他有点像我们的儿子一样，就是我跟 Veronica 的儿子。
And he's an old dog
他是一只老狗，
that somebody kind of dumped him on us.
就其实是某一个人把他就直接抛给我们了。
And we're afraid that those people would kill him.
我们担心就是那些人会把他给杀了，
So we agreed to take him.
所以我们也同意就接受了他。
And the problem is, I don't know if you can see, but he's blind.
那问题是我不知道图片当中看不看得出来，就是他已经看不见了，也盲了，
He's also deaf.
而且他也耳聋了，
So his life is very difficult.
所以他的这个生活是非常艰难的。
You see another picture of him here
你有在这里看到另外一张他的照片，
outside our house.
在我们的屋子之外，
And he's headed towards a big piece of wood.
然后他就撞向一大块木头，
And we have to catch him because he will hit his head.
我们得把他给抓起来，因为他会撞到头的。
So these blind people, blind animals,
所以这些盲人或者眼盲的动物，
they have trouble
他们有这样的困难，
because they cannot see.
因为他们看不见，
They get into danger.
他们就会陷入危险，
Dangerous situations happen to them.
这危险的情况就会不断的出现。
And that's the story of the first link of the Wheel of Life.
这个其实就是生命之轮第一支的故事。
And here we see the first picture of the wheel.
以下呢，这里我们有看到就是生命之轮的第一张图片。
And it's a painting of a blind man with a stick.
是一个盲人拄拐杖的图片。
And this, in the Wheel of Life, represents the first link in the wheel, the first of the 12 links.
那在生命之轮当中，这个象征的就是12支缘起的第一支，
which is called misunderstanding.
这个称之为误解。
And people have called it ignorance,
人们把它称之为就是无明，
which is sort of a translation of the Sanskrit, which is avidya,
它几乎可以说是 avidya 这个梵文词的翻译。
which literally means not seeing. Means not.
阿的意思就是无，
Vidya is related to video, it means to see.
vidya 跟 video 跟视频视觉有关系，所以就是看不见，没有眼不明。
And it means people have translated as ignorance.
那人们把它这个词翻译为无明。
So I want you there, wherever you're sitting right now,
那我想要各位观众啊，就是无论你现在坐在哪里，
watching this video,
正在看着这个视频，
I'd like you to think for a minute about the difference.
我想要你花一点时间来想一想，
What's the difference between the word ignorance and the word misunderstanding?
就是无明这个词跟误解这个词，两者之间有什么样的不同？
And in the Abhidharma, which Stanley again is translating,
然后在《俱舍论》这本书当中，也就是 Stanley 在翻译的这本书里面，
he's scheduled to finish in 26 years.
然后呢，他的这个计划会在接下来的26年内完成这本书。
It says ignorance, if you think about it, is, for example, like you don't know a certain person.
那里面就提到说，如果你仔细想想，无明这个词，就是好像是你不认识某个人。
So I was thinking about a friend in my college time named Tom.
然后呢，我现在想到一个是我大学时期的朋友，他的名字叫 Tom。
And I asked Stanley, do you know Tom?
我就问 Stanley 说，你认不认识 Tom？
He said, no, Geshe, I wasn't even born at that
他
time.
说跟谢老师，我肯定不认识，那个时期我还没出生呢。
So that's not knowing Tom.
这个就是不知道 Tom。
Avidya or ignorance.
这就是 avidya 或者无明的意思，不知道。
I just don't know him.
我就是不认识他，不知道这个人。
That's one kind of not knowing.
这是一种不知道。
But if I say to Stanley, do you know Tom?
然后如果我问 Stanley 说，你知道 Tom 吗 ？Tom 吗？
And I'm thinking about the Tom that I knew when I was in college.
我想的是，我在大学的时候就认识的那位 Tom。
And then Stanley misunderstands my question and he thinks I'm talking about some Tom that we both know nowadays.
但 Stanley 呢，可能误解了我的这个问题的意思，他以为我问的是我们两人都认识的那一位 Tom。
Then he says, yeah, I know Tom.
他说是，我认识 Tom。
But he doesn't understand I'm talking about the Tom from 100 years ago.
但是他并不明白的是，我讲的是那100年前的 Tom。
So now it's different.
现在这有不同了。
In the first case,
在第一个例子当中，
I said, do you know the Tom that was in my college?
我就问他说，你是否认识我大学时期的那个 Tom？
And he says, no, I wasn't born yet, Geshe.
他说不，我不认识葛西老师，因为那个时候我还没有出生。
Or if I just say, do you know Tom?
那如果我只是问他，你认识 Tom 吗？
And then Stanley makes a mistake
然后 Stanley 就犯了一个错，
and he thinks I'm talking about another Tom.
他以为我讲的是另外一个 Tom，
That's a misunderstanding.
这就是误解了。
And that's different from not knowing
这
Tom.
个跟不认识、不知道 Tom 是两回事。
In the first case, ignorance or not knowing,
就是在第一个例子当中，无明或者不知道，
it's just that you don't know this person.
就是指的是你不知道这个人，不认识这个人。
But with misunderstanding,
但是如果是错误的理解了、误解了的话，
it's more dangerous.
那是更加危险的。
So for example, he might go to that Tom, the new Tom, and say, oh, Geshe says you went to college together.
那很可能他会跟那个第二位 Tom 跟他讲说，葛西老师说你们两个一起上过大学。
And that Tom will get upset. I wasn't even born at that
然后
time.
那个 Tom 就说，他生气了，他说我那个时候还没有出生呢。
So it's easy to imagine this picture of a blind person or a blind dog.
所以说，就是这一张图片，就是盲人或者盲狗的图片。
Their life is a kind of darkness.
那看这个图片，我们很容易理解说，他们的生活其实是挺黑暗的，
They cannot even see Tom, for example.
因为他们甚至都看不见 Tom。
But that's not actually what we're talking about in the Wheel of Life.
但其实这一点并不是我们在生命之轮当中所讲的。
We're talking about you misunderstand. So really, it's not that you're blind. It's that you are seeing something that's not there.
所以因为生命之轮讲的是你误解了，也就是说其实并不是指你真的眼盲看不见了，而是你看到了一些其实并不在那里的东西，看错了。
And then you get in trouble because the whole topic we are covering in the Lamrim right now is how you get in trouble.
然后你因此因为看错了就陷入麻烦了，这个便是我们现在在讲的整一个道次第的主题，就是你如何陷入麻烦当中的。
So we're going to go back to the text now.
那现在我们要回到原文当中
And we're going to read it together.
我们一起来读一读
But please keep that in mind.
但请大家记住这一点。
I always translate avidya or marikpa as misunderstanding,
我总会把这个 avidya 或者 marikpa 翻译成误解，
not as ignorant.
而不是翻译成无明，
It doesn't mean you don't know.
因为它的意思不是说你不知道，
It means you misknow.
而是说到你错误的理解了。
You think you know, but you don't know.
你以为你懂了，但是其实你不懂，
And that's more dangerous.
这更加危险。
Okay, here we go with the
好，我们
text.
现在开始回到原文当中。
Tambo marikpa ni means, let's talk about the first of the 12 links.
那这句话 Tambo Maripa 你的意思就是说，我们来讲讲这12缘起支，
And this is, as we said, misunderstanding.
也就是说我们刚刚提到的误解。
Then Pabongka Rinpoche says, Korwar korwe tsawa yin.
然后 Pabongka Rinpoche 说道，
It means this is the main cause or the root of why we are circling around the circle of suffering life.
他就提到说，这就是我们流转生死在这个有痛苦的循环当中不断流转循环的根本的原因。
Now, the purpose of studying the ancient books, for example, if you come to the mixed nuts classes,
举例来说，我们来学习这些古老经典的一个目的啊，譬如说你来参加我们的混合坚果翻译课，
is to develop wisdom we call shira.
就是要去练就或者去练习，让我们心中有智慧。
In Sanskrit, it's called prajna.
然后梵文叫做 prajna，
And in China, it came to be pronounced boro boromito boro.
然后这个般若蜜多就是智慧的意思。
So this wisdom,
那这个智慧
it has a special meaning in Buddhism. Wisdom in general in English is like the intelligence of an old man from living a long life. Okay.
那在佛教当中，智慧其实是有特别的含义、特定的含义的。但是总体而言，智慧这个词指的是一个，譬如说年纪比较大了，然后他所有的他的一些洞见、见解，他的很多的经历导致他有这样的智慧。
But when we say wisdom in Buddhism,
但是在佛教当中，当我们提到智慧的时候，
it has a different flavor.
它是有一个不同的这个侧重点。
And it means you see the real nature of the world around you.
它指的是你看见了你周遭的世界的真正的本质。
And here it says, Shirab ki dagme par sungwa. What does wisdom see?
然后这里说，智慧看见的是什么呢？
Dagmepa means it sees that things are not themselves.
Dark Neba 的意思就是他看见那个事物并非它本身。
And I love the example that we learn when we go to the Diamond Cutter Institute programs.
那我非常喜欢，就是当我们去参加金刚商学院的课程当中所经常听到的那个例子，
Which is called, there's a life tool, they call it a life tool called the two husbands in the kitchen.
他们有这么一个生命工具，然后就叫做厨房里面的两个老公。
And it's the story where a woman yells at her two kids on a Friday.
那这个故事讲的是在周五的时候，一位女士呢就骂了她的两个孩子，
And she hears herself yelling,
然后她听到自己做了这样的怒骂，
which plants a seed in her mind.
在她的意识当中就种下了种子。
Next week,
然后到下一周，
she comes home,
她回到家，
she walks in the kitchen,
她走进厨房，
and her husband immediately yells at her and calls her
然后
stupid.
她的老公立刻就骂她是笨蛋。
Then it's easy for that woman to think, oh, my husband yelled at me for no reason.
那很可能这个女生很容易就会想说，哦，我的老公毫无理由的就来骂我了，
I didn't even say anything and he called me
我
stupid.
甚至连话都还没有说，他就骂我是笨蛋。
So she's seeing a husband in front of her
她看见了一个在她面前的老公，
who is yelling at her, you're stupid,
然后再骂她说你是笨蛋，
for no good reason.
而且是没有任何好的理由就这么骂了。
And she and us, we will always say, I didn't do anything and he yelled at me.
她跟我们都会一样做出这样的反应，说我什么都没有做，他就骂我了。
Now, that mind which thinks the husband's yelling at me for no reason,
那个认为老公没有任何理由就来骂我的那个意识，
that state of mind is linked, number one, it's misunderstanding.
那个意识状态就是第一支，就是误解。
Why is it misunderstanding?
为什么它是误解？
Doesn't understand that that husband came from the seed in my own mind.
他不理解那样的老公是来自于我自己意识里面的种子的。
It doesn't understand I planted that seed in my own mind last week when I yelled at my kids.
他并不理解，是我因为在上个星期骂了我的孩子，而在我自己的意识里面种下了这个种子。
So there's actually a second husband in the kitchen,
所以实际上厨房里面有第二个老公，
which did come from her,
他的确来自于老婆，
came from the seed in her mind.
来自于老婆意识里面的种子。
That one really exists.
那个老公是真实存在的，
It's like the teacher we meditated on in the previous session.
就像是我们在之前那堂课当中去做冥想的我们面前的那一位老师。
I did these beautiful things in my past life.
我在前世当中做了这些美好的事情，
And because of that, I see this beautiful
那
teacher.
因为这一点我才会见到这一位美好的老师。
That's dependent origination.
这个就是缘起。
I yelled at my kids,
我骂了我的孩子，
and depending on that came my husband,
然后源自于这个我的孩子骂孩子就起来，就出现了我的老公，
who is yelling at me.
也就在骂着我。
And a person who understands that,
那个明白这一点的人，
who has wisdom,
他就有智慧。
when they walk in the kitchen
当他们走进厨房，
and the husband says, you're stupid,
然后老公说你是个笨蛋，
and immediately this emotion comes up.
然后立即就会出现这样的情绪。
Why you call me
你
stupid?
为什么骂我是笨蛋？
I didn't say anything.
我什么都没有说呢。
She's able to stop that emotion
这个人呢，这样的老婆就能够停止这种情绪，
because she attended the online Wheel of Life retreat.
因为她参加了这个线上的生命之轮进修营。
She understands that husband who is not her fault is not real.
她明白那一位不是她的错造成的老公是不真实的。
If you want to say it in a mysterious way,
如果你想要以一种很神秘的方式来讲的话，
she understands the husband she thought was there was not there. She understands her husband is not her husband.
她明白了那个她以为在那里的老公不在那里，她明白了她的老公不是她的老公。
And that's what the Lamrim means here
这就是这里的这个道次第文本所讲的意思。
when it says,
它里面提到，
Shirab ki dame pasung. Your wisdom perceives
你的智慧见到的
that the person is not the person.
是那个人，不是他自己。
Now you know what that means.
现在你知道它是什么意思了。
The person who didn't come from you in the kitchen is not a person.
那个厨房里面不来自于你的那个人，不是他本人。
Now there's an important word here, law, L-A.
这里有一个重要的词叫 LA，
It's not Los Angeles,
不是
okay?
那个 LA， 就是洛杉矶。
It means but.
意思是但是。
Okay. Wisdom understands the husband in the kitchen who yells at me for no reason doesn't exist.
智慧明白，那个在厨房里面没有任何理由就骂我的人是不存在的。
But misunderstanding,
但是误解啊，
link number one in the Wheel of Life.
生命之轮当中的第一支，
It says, Why he's yelling at me? I didn't do anything.
然后她就会想说，为什么他会骂我呢？我什么都没有做呢？
It's looking at the husband completely wrong.
她是以一种完全错误的方式来看到老公，
It is misunderstanding the husband.
她是在误解着老公。
Then at the same moment,
在同一个时刻，
it's a misunderstanding everything in the kitchen
她误
also.
解了厨房里面的所有的一切。
The refrigerator.
那个冰箱
Who paid for the
是
refrigerator?
谁付的钱？
How did I get the money for the refrigerator behind my husband right now?
我怎么是能够赚到钱，让我能够看到在我的老公身后的那个冰箱的？
Shut up, wisdom.
智慧，
It understands.
他明白。
Oh, I helped another person buy something for their home. Therefore, I have a refrigerator.
那是因为我之前有帮助别人去为他的屋里买一些东西，所以我现在才有冰箱。
But misunderstanding
但是误解
looks at the refrigerator.
看着那个冰箱，
That's my
他
refrigerator.
说那是我的冰箱。
Why?
为什么？
I work for money. I bought that
我
refrigerator.
工作赚钱买了这个冰箱，
It comes from the store.
从商店里面买回来的，超市里面。
Now, if you don't understand that your husband yelling is coming from you,
如果你现在不明白你老公的怒骂是来自于你，
and if you don't understand that you got the refrigerator in your kitchen because you helped someone else to get something,
如果你不明白你之所以在厨房里面有冰箱，是因为你之前帮助别人得到某些东西，
then you'll get angry about that husband.
那你就会对那个老公生气。
And if someone tries to take your refrigerator, you will fight with them.
如果有人尝试拿走你的冰箱的话，你就会跟对方争吵。
Then you are living in the wheel of life. And the wheel of life is always, the name of the wheel of life is suffering wheel of life. Okay.
然后你就生活在这个生命之轮当中了。生命之轮当中这个名字一直都是有说一个有受苦的生命之轮。
Okay, so now we can go to the text.
那现在我们可以回到那个文本中。
Marikpe, misunderstanding things like this.
误解是这么认为的。
Oh, that husband
那个老公
comes from his side.
来自于他本身那一边，
He decided to get angry.
是他决定生气的。
Kam means or, chula mikpa means or. It looks at, this chula doesn't mean dharma.
这个彻指的不是法，佛
It
法的
means
法
an object in the kitchen,
指的就是一个厨房里面那个对象对
like
镜，
the refrigerator.
就像冰箱。
Oh, that came from the store.
那是从商店买回来
I
的，
bought it with my
我
money.
用我自己赚的钱买的。
The misunderstanding doesn't understand that I have a refrigerator because I got money, because I helped other people to get money.
误解并不理解的是，我之所以有钱买冰箱，是因为我之前有帮助过别人赚钱。
Then Rangit Chenike Drupa Zin, it holds that the husband exists out there from his own side.
他就执着着认为，就是老公在外面从他本身而存在，
And it holds that the refrigerator exists out there from its own side.
然后他也只取着这个冰箱，认为这个冰箱在外以他本身的方式而存在，
And the pen is coming from the
然
pen.
后笔又是来自于笔。
Then Rikpa Yeshi Dan Zintang Ngungel. Those two states of mind are in direct contradiction.
讲到说这两种意识状态是直接的相互矛盾的。
Wisdom says,
智慧说，
oh, my husband's yelling at me because I yelled at my kids last week.
我老公骂我是因为我上个星期我自己骂了我的孩子。
Wisdom says,
然后智慧，
I have a refrigerator in my kitchen because I helped someone else to get some money.
智慧说，因为我之前帮助了别人赚到一些钱，所以我现在的厨房里面有一座冰箱。
Ignorance thinks,
而无名想，
sorry, misunderstanding
误解是这么想的，
oh, he's yelling at me for no reason.
他是毫无理由来骂我的。
And that refrigerator, I work for that refrigerator.
那个冰箱是我工作赚回来的，
So there's two states of mind.
所以这里有两种意识状态，
And one of them is completely mistaken.
其中一种是完全错误的，
Therefore,
因此
we call it misunderstanding.
我们把它称之为误解。
And it's kind of like they ni mongba longwa tabu shigo. Oh, and that's similar
而这个呢，就很类似于
to a person who doesn't know what's going on at all. They are completely blind, like my dog Theo.
就类似于一个完全不知道正在发生什么事情的人，因为他已经眼盲了，就好像我那只狗 Theo 一样。
And if you are blind in this way, if you are blind about what's real,
如果你眼盲，看不见什么是真实。
my blind stepmom, she falls off steps and recently she cut open her chin.
所以我那位眼盲的继母，譬如说她就会掉下楼梯，最近呢她还割伤了自己这个下巴。
And my blind dog, he walks around the house and he hits his head on the wall.
我那只盲狗呢，它就会到处在屋子里乱走，然后撞到自己的头。
Those people who don't have wisdom,
那些没有智慧的人，
who misunderstand the husband and the refrigerator,
误解了老公与冰箱的人，
in that sense, they are blind.
那以这个层面来讲，他们是盲的。
Then Pabongka Rinpoche says, you know what, there's two kinds of this kind of misunderstanding.
然后 Pabongka Rinpoche 就说，其实呢有2种这样的误解。
De la len, de la mombadang. Some people don't understand karma.
有一些人并不明白业力，
They don't understand the husband came from what they did before.
有一些人不明白老公来自于他们自己之前所做的事情，
They don't even know about karma.
他们甚至都不知道业力。
Maybe they heard the word, oh, karma or yeli,
或许他们有听过这个词业力 karma，
but they have no idea about the laws of karma.
但是他完全不知道业力的运作定律。
So that's one kind of blindness. Here it's called darkness.
所以这里是其中一种眼盲，这里称之为黑暗。
Then there's a second kind of misunderstanding
那还有第2种误解，
about emptiness,
关于空性的误解，
the real nature of things.
也就是事物的本性，真实的本性。
To put it very clearly, simply, and correctly,
要很清楚、简单且正确的来说，
the husband I thought was in the kitchen,
那个我以为在厨房里面的老公，
the husband who yelled at me for no reason,
那个毫无理由来骂我的老公，
that husband was never in the kitchen. He's not in the kitchen now. He will never be in the kitchen because he cannot exist.
那个老公之前从未在厨房过，现在也不在厨房，未来也不可能在厨房，因为他是不可能存在的。
So two kinds of not knowing.
所以有2种的不知道。
Number one,
第一，
do you know about karma, the laws of karma, the rules of
你
karma?
听过这个业力的原则吗？你知道业力的定律吗？
No, I never studied it.
不，我从来没有学习过，不知道。
Okay, and then the second kind,
那第2种呢？
do you realize that the husband you thought in the kitchen was never in the
你
kitchen?
是否有意识到那个你以为在厨房里面的老公，其实从来就不在厨房吗？
So obviously the second one is more dangerous.
所以很明显的就是第2种更加危险，
You can hit your head on the wall more strong.
你会更大力的，你会可能更大力的撞到，用你的头撞到墙上。
Okay, we have a few minutes left.
好，现在我们还剩几分钟，
Let's go on to the second link of the wheel,
我们去到就是生命之轮的第2支，
which is called fresh karma.
叫做就是生业。
And the picture is a potter making pots.
图片是一个正在造壶的人，
There's a very simple example of fresh karma.
就是这个新鲜的生的业力，有一个非常简单的例子。
Fresh karma is the seed you planted in your mind just now.
生业啊，就是说你现在在你的意识当中刚刚种下的种子。
In the kitchen, your husband call you
譬
stupid,
如说在厨房里面，你的老公骂你是笨蛋，
and you say, I'm not stupid, you're stupid.
然後你說我才不是笨蛋，你才是笨蛋。
Your misunderstanding about the husband just caused you to do link number one caused link number two.
你對老公的誤解，也就是第1支，就導致了你行了第2支的事情，
And you made a fresh karma.
然後你就造了生業。
Now Stanley for $100.
好，现在 Stanley $100的问题。Yes 。
Let me think about it. I forgot the question.
我把问题给忘了。
Think about it. Yeah. So she doesn't understand the husband. Misunderstand.
他誤解了老公，他不明白老公。
Misunderstanding mind says, I didn't do anything. He yelled at me.
误解的意识状态就会想说，我什么都没有做，他就骂我了。
And because of the misunderstanding mind, link number one, blind man,
因为这个误解的意识 状态，也就是第一支里面那幅图盲人，
Then she makes fresh karma.
然后他就造了生业，
And she says, I'm not stupid, you're stupid.
然后他就说我不是笨蛋，你才是笨蛋，
And she just put a new seed in her
所以
mind.
就刚刚在他意识当中种下一颗新的种子。
What will happen from that seed?
那个种子会发生什么事情？
$100 question.
$100的问题。 What will happen from that seed?
Yeah, when it opens.
Oh, the husband, the kids.
$50. You guess halfway wrong.
Okay, I correct myself. Okay,
Yeah,
他说
$50.
啊，$50。
Yeah. Of course, the husband will yell at her, but the big idea is the kids will be bad next week.
当然，因此老公会再骂他，但是重大的一个理解是，下周他的孩子又会不听话，
Then she will yell at them.
然后他又会去骂那个孩
She'll
子，
plant a new
又
seed.
会种下新的种子，
That seed will open the kitchen.
那个种子会在厨房里面打开，
That's the wheel of life, samsara.
那就是生命之轮这样的轮回。
Kids, husband,
老
kids,
公孩子，
husband.
老公孩子，
Yell,
老公
yell,
孩
yell,
子，
yell,
骂
yell,
骂
yell. Okay,
骂
so we have many small samsaras, many small wheels.
所以我们有很多这样的小型的轮回，很多小型的生命之轮。
So, but right now in the kitchen,
那现在在厨房里面，
that seed is still fresh karma.
那颗种子仍然是生业。
And I like to garden.
大家也知道，我喜欢去做种植，
I enjoy planting watermelons. I'm going to plant some watermelons this week.
然
In
后我
fact.
很喜欢就是种西瓜，我这一周就要种一些西瓜了。
When you first put the seed under the dirt,
当你刚刚把种子放到土里，
that's link number
那
2.
就是第二支，
That's making new
那
pots.
就是造新壶。
So let's go to the text.
好，我们现在回到经文中，
Nipa duchene, the second link of the wheel, which is called making fresh karma.
生命之轮的第二支叫做造生业。
Lega chepatar. It's just like working, like building something.
它就像工作一样，就像在建造某一些建筑一样。
Marikpe kunelangte, you are motivated by your misunderstanding of your husband.
你被你对老公的误解所启动了，受到了这样的启发，
Then you do things.
然后你就做一些事情。
Yangsi pumbungomba duchepe lechepe yimbe, and you do karma, which is going to produce a new body and mind for you in the next one.
然后能招来后有运的造业，就是说你种下了这样的业力，会让你的来世会有一个新的身。
You are like a potter who's making pots for the next life.
你就像是为来世所造壶的一个造壶者。
And there are 3 traditional kinds of karma you can make.
那你能够造的业力啊，传统上可以分3种。
And this is a little different from the usual presentation.
这个跟我们之前的这个业力的呈现的解读有一点点不一样。
Usually we just say, your good karma is what produces happy things in your life.
通常我们只是讲说，譬如说你的善业会创造出你生活当中的快乐的事情，
And bad karma is what makes bad things in your life.
那恶业当然就是会创造出你生活当中不好的事情。
And neutral karma made these little lines on this coffee cup that nobody cares about.
就是这个中性的业力呢，会创造你这个咖啡杯上一点点的这个条纹，是没有任何人在意的。
But here we have a slightly different traditional presentation.
但是以下呢，我们会有一个有一点点不同的传统的解释。
Lende la mombe marikpe kune langte. If you have this kind of misunderstanding where you never learned about karma and the results of karma,
如果你有这样的误解，就是说你从来没有学过这个业力以及业果的话，
if you never had the good seeds to meet a teacher who taught you about karma,
如果你从来没有这样的好种子，能够让你遇到一位老师来教你业力的道理，
then you will make suna mayimba. It's called suna mayimba.
你就会造这种 suna mayimba，
You will do bad
你
things,
就会做一些恶行，
kill people,
杀人、
lie,
说谎、
steal things.
偷盗。
But
但是
if you have the second kind of misunderstanding,
如果你有第二种误解，
neluk la mombe marikpa, which doesn't understand the real nature of your husband,
那就是不明白你的老公的真实的本质的话，
the dependent origination of your husband that he came from yelling at your kids.
就是说你老公的缘起是来自于你骂你的孩子，
That's a different kind of misunderstanding.
那是另外一种不同的误解。
And it's possible those people can do good deeds also.
所以有可能有这样误解的人，有可能也会做好事的。
So there's such a thing as good deeds which your mom taught you to do, but you don't understand karma.
就是有这么一种好事是你的母亲教你做，你去做的，但是你其实并不理解业力，
So you do good things.
所以你会做好事。
They're called dirty good karma.
它称之为染污善业，
You don't understand what you're doing and you do it.
就是你不知道你在到底做什么，然后你还是会去做。
Those will take you to a good place which will finish because you don't know why you're there.
那些善业呢，就是会带你去到一个好的地方，但是将会耗尽的这样的好地方，因为你不知道你为什么会去到那里。
So many of the good actions that people do are not good karma.
所以很多人们做的一些好事，其实并不是善业，
If they don't really understand.
如果他们并不真正理解的话。
So these three words in Tibetan, sunam,
所以这三个藏文词，第一个是 sunan
non-sunam,
non sunan，
and then we call unshifting karma, karma which will not detour to another place.
还有一个我们叫做不动业，意思就是它不会就是迈向一条新的旅程去到别的地方。
The first one is dirty good karma.
第一种叫做染污的善业，
Yeah, you're gonna go someplace pretty good,
是的，你会因此去到一个挺好的地方，
but you will suffer there also.
但是你也还会在那里有受苦，
Or you do bad karma,
或者你造恶业，
and it doesn't matter where you go. For example, you will go to what we call the desire room,
你会去到我们所称之为欲界的地方，
and you will suffer there.
你会在那里受苦。
But there's a kind of a pretty strong good karma.
但是还有一种就是比较强的善业，
Here it's called miyowele.
叫做 miyowele，
It will take you to the form realm or the formless realm, which we talked about already.
会带你去到这个色界或者无色界，也就是这种业叫做不动业，这是我们已经讲过的。
And that karma is so good that it's so strong that it won't detour.
那个业力如此之强，它就不会去往别的地方，
But still it's a suffering karma.
但仍然是让你受苦的业。
Okay, so there we have the first two links.
好，以下我们讲了就是前两支，
Don't understand your husband,
你不明白你的老公，
so you yell back at your husband.
然后你就回骂你的老公，
Now, what's that going to cause?
那这会导致什么样的后果？
Find out in session 12.
请在第12堂课，
See you later, and thank you, Stanley.
然后之后我们再见，谢谢 Stanley。